Ever pondered the significance of purifying seawater? Well, in a world where fresh, potable water is becoming a scarce resource, the vast oceans with their seemingly infinite supply of water offer a beacon of hope. However, this water isn't immediately drinkable. It's salty, and consuming it in its raw state can lead to dehydration, kidney problems, and even death. That's where the purification of seawater comes into play. So, how does one go about transforming salty seawater into drinkable fresh water? The process isn't overly complicated, but it does require a series of steps and a bit of patience. Let's dive in. First and foremost, we need to filter the seawater. This initial step helps to remove large particles, such as sand, dirt, and other debris. Simple household items like a cloth or coffee filter can work effectively for this stage. Once filtered, the seawater needs to be distilled. Distillation is a process where the water is boiled, and the steam is collected and condensed. The salt and other impurities are left behind, while the steam, which eventually cools down and turns back into water, is now fresh and drinkable. This distillation process is typically done using a distiller, which is a device designed specifically for this purpose. But in a pinch, an ordinary pot with a lid, a heat source, and a clean container to collect the condensed water can also do the trick. Now, while distillation effectively removes salts and most impurities, it's important to note that it may not remove all harmful substances. Certain chemicals with boiling points lower than water can still make their way into the distilled water. Therefore, it's always a good idea to have the distilled water tested before consumption, especially if relying on it as a long-term solution. To recap, the purification of seawater is a two-step process. First, filter the water to remove large particles. Then, distill the water to remove the salt and other impurities. While this process can certainly transform salty seawater into drinkable fresh water, it's important to remember that additional testing may be required to ensure the water is safe for consumption. So the next time you gaze out at the vast blue ocean, remember that it holds more than just scenic beauty. It also holds the potential to quench the world's thirst, provided we have the right tools and knowledge to unlock it. Purifying seawater isn't just an interesting science experiment, it's a vital process in our ongoing quest for sustainable freshwater sources.